In continuation with the conceptual points related to the current, the second important thing is that suppose we have a wire. You can see at this end its cross sectional area is large and at this end its cross sectional area is less. Suppose a 5 ampere of amount of current is flowing through this wire. Now you need to find out what is the value of current exit from it, whether it will be equals to 5 ampere, less than 5 ampere or greater than 5 ampere. So just remember, current quantity doesn't depend upon the cross sectional area. That means the number of electrons which enters through this end, the same amount of electrons must exit from the another end. That means the number of electrons entering must be equals to the number of electrons leaving. So you can say that the amount of current which flows through this end is also equals to the 5 ampere. Now what is the main what is the important term which is related to this current? What is the main cause by which this current flows? That is potential difference. If you do not have potential difference, electric current doesn't flow. Remember, heat always flow from higher temperature to low temperature. Similarly, if we have a potential difference between 2 points, only in this case current flows. If we have same potential, current will not flow. Just for example, water flows from high height to low one. If the height remains same, water doesn't flow. In the same manner, potential difference is required. So for the flow of current, we require what? Potential difference. Now to explain what is potential difference, we need a unit positive charge. Suppose this is a point A, this is a point B. At this point we have a unit positive charge plus 1 coulomb. Now to move this charge from point A to point B, some amount of work has to be done. This amount of work is equals to the potential difference. So we can say that the potential difference between 2 points is the amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge from one point to another, and it is represented by W by Q, where W shows the work done and this shows charge. So this potential difference is equals to the work done per unit positive charge. Now what is electric potential? This is also a very important term. Look at the diagram over here. Suppose we have a positive charge Q1 and this dotted region is the influential area of this charge. That means from this dotted line to the inner side, this positive charge has its influence, and beyond this dotted area its influence is almost negligible. So we can consider this as a infinite, where the influence of this positive charge is very less or almost negligible. So suppose we have a point, suppose we have a charge at infinity and we have a point under this region A. If a charge plus Q is brought from infinite to a point A, then against the repulsive force between these two charges, some work has to be done. This work is known as electric potential, or we can say that electric potential at a particular point is the amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge from infinity to that point. It can be represented as work done per unit charge, W by Q. It is also a scalar quantity and its SI unit is volts. Suppose W is equals to 1 joule. That means 1 joule of work is done in bringing 1 coulomb of charge from infinite to that point. Then this electric potential is said to be 1 volt at that point. So that's all about today. Thank you.